is up, guys? It is a new year and it is time for a new game. I have finally snapped and I am officially going to start streaming Marvel Snap as my main game. I'll still have other variety games like Gwent, League of Legends, RPGs like Hogwarts Legacy coming out soon, but for now I need a card game I can grind away, and this is gonna be it. Now, for those of you who haven't tried Marvel Snap, it won the mobile game of the year, and honestly I started playing it on my phone. It's super convenient to have and it's a lot of fun. Now, I'm going to quickly show you what I've learned in the past month of playing this game. So if you haven't been persuaded yet, I can show you more or less how it works and how you want to spend your resources to quickly get as many cards as possible. Now, firstly, as you can see, the screen to my left is very small. That's because this game is made to be played on mobile, but the devs have confirmed that they are going to work on making this more PC friendly. Now, you'll see that I'll maximize certain parts of my screen for you to see better while we are in game, for instance. But for now, this is how it's going to be looking on your mobile. So, where do we begin? Firstly, there is a sort of ranking system in place. This game is developed so that you play against people with the same amount of cards that you have. Now, if you go here below your avatar, you can see your collection level. Every time you upgrade cards, you will get more of these points and you will move up the collection level. Now, while you do this, you unlock all of these nice things you will need. So far I haven't paid a cent for this game and I am already in pool number 3. This refers to the third pool of cards that have been released, meaning I've basically collected the first and second pool of cards. I also won't be facing any opponents I'm not ready to face on this level. Another way that you can measure your ranking in the game thus far is by clicking on this. Now, this is what people refer to when they say that they are infinity. This is infinity and it's 100. Obviously, if you reach this, you unlock all the things that come with it without having to pay anything. Right now, it's a new season. I've reset to iron, which is one of the lowest you can be. But if you win more games than you lose, you will automatically progress further. Otherwise, you'll progress backwards. Here in the shop, you can spend real money to buy certain bundles. I wouldn't suggest doing it at the very beginning. First, treat this as a free-to-play game before giving any money. Again, I haven't given a single cent yet. It's not needed yet. When it becomes time, I'll let you know if it's worth doing. But so far, I don't see the need to invest any extra money into the game thus far. So you've got a bundle here. These change regularly. I also have the Starlit Connection. Now this is a lot more expensive. Again, I'm not going to buy it. Now here's where you get daily offers. So this is a daily rotation of cosmetics and variants. Now you'll notice if you look a bit deeper into my collection that I already have most of these cards. These are just cosmetics, meaning it gives you a different variant of the card that looks pretty. It also uses gold, which is your most valuable resource in my opinion, and that's because this is the resource you have to spend actual money on to buy. If you notice at the very top, I have 3,300 gold. I haven't spent any money on it. I have just collected it organically. So it's quite possible to obtain gold on your own. Now, for newbies, credits is really important. Every day you can get 50 free credits. This will say free and you gotta click it. So even if you're considering playing Marvel Snap, start logging in on a daily basis and get 50 free credits. That's what I did the moment I heard of Marvel Snap and got interested, and that's why I have absolutely no trouble to afford any of these cards. The maximum you can obtain is 10,000 at once, and I'm always reaching my maximum and spending it slowly. So, here's another thing that I recently unlocked. You won't unlock this yet, but this is a new type of currency, that little triangle thing that looks like the Illuminati. Now, you can use this to obtain some pretty valuable cards that you don't yet have. You can wait for it to switch like every few hours, or if you can't afford it yet and you really want it, you can just pin it and save up for it. So I only started collecting these when I reached a certain level in my collection process, and I'll show you how that works in a second. The last one is a fast upgrade. I've been told that this is basically never ever ever worth it, though I was forced to spend some of my things on it because I had more than 10,000, and then you can't really collect anymore. So I'm gonna quickly show you what a fast upgrade is. This is basically how you progress your collection. So I'm gonna click on this card, which I already own, and I'm going to upgrade this by spending 415 credits and 7 boosters. Okay, so I get a shiny new logo. The card looks cooler, but what does it actually mean for us? It means we can go up 6. Now we got 50 credits. See, you keep getting more credits. And the collector's cash is the new currency I was referring to that you unlock later on, where you can get those individual cards. So the next resource system I want to show you is basically the season passes. Now this is where you can spend money. I haven't done it yet. I don't yet know if it's a good way to spend money if you want to. It might be. But you basically unlock these levels like you would in Gwent Journey. Essentially, you get it by getting more and more of these little purple things, and you get those by completing missions and all sorts of stuff. So when you reach every level, if it's free, you will get the resource, like 100 credits. But for instance, I don't get this card because I haven't paid. I can unlock the card though by just grinding away. That's the thing. You can technically unlock all these things without spending money. So here's more things I can get, but I can't get all of it because I haven't paid. So it might be worth your while to pay if you really want to, but nobody's forcing you. So here's an example of how missions work. So you get a bunch of missions that you can complete, and 2 missions will refill every few hours. So you can keep on grinding away. When you do these missions, you get a certain amount of credits and you get a certain amount of those season pass points I was talking about earlier. So by logging in every few hours and just playing a few games, even if you're not committed to Marvel Snap yet, you will slowly begin upgrading your entire collection, which is what I did. And you also have these new seasons that come out, which is pretty cool. It gives you a lot of season pass stuff. So it's very easy, like win matches, acquire boosters, gain collection levels. So every time you play a game, you get extra boosters. And boosters are needed to upgrade your cards. So these are all the cards that I own currently. I'm gonna click on one of them real quick. So this is Rhino. Now if I wanna upgrade Rhino, I will need 25 credits, which I already have, and 5 boosters specifically made for Rhino, which I don't have. So in order to get these, you normally just win a game or two, and you will naturally require the boosters you need to upgrade your card. So let's quickly play a game with one of my decks that I have made. Okay, so a ranking system will come in place at some point, and the developers are working on that. But for now, we're just playing against opponents who have similar collection levels and thus have similar cards than we do. And I feel like this is quite an accurate way to actually go against people your own skill. So we have 3 locations in a game. In order to win, you need more points than your opponent at least 2 of the locations. So you can click on these to make it bigger. Get a copy of your card in your opponent's hand. Okay. Now this works with a mana system. Currently we're on turn 1, so I have 1 mana. None of my cards cost 1 mana, so I can't yet afford to play. I'm gonna say end turn. Okay, turn 2. So now we can afford a card that costs 2 points. I hope I draw one. I did not draw one. Well, that's a pity. Okay, this is Bar Sinister. When you play a card here, fill this location with copies of it. Okay, I'm gonna end turn again. Unfortunately, I didn't draw 1 or 2, which is just pretty unlucky, or I haven't built my deck sufficiently. Now, cards here with abilities have +3 power. Alrighty then. I'm gonna start off by... let's see. I'm going to play the Punisher here. And then I'm gonna say end turn. Now here in the middle is what we call the thing that goes snap. This is basically how you level up in the ranking system. Every time you win a game, you get a certain amount of cubes. Now, every time you lose a game, you lose the cubes, sort of in a gambling way, and your opponent gets it. So when I'm confident, I can click snap, and this will become more. When my opponent is confident, they can also do that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play Ymor here. Ymor is basically going to double its power if it's the only card here. And that kind of ruins the whole thing. Oh well, you can't win them all. Let's see, I'm now at 5. Now there's only 6 turns, meaning I have to be quite specific regarding how I want to go about doing this. I'm going to play Claw in the middle. And I'm going to press snap just so you see how this works. I can also emote my opponent, which is pretty cool. And there are also a few dialogue options, which is pretty wholesome if you want to communicate with your opponent. Okay, so they went with Mr. Fantastic, not a bad choice. But my card has more points, so I'm going to win the middle location. And hopefully it gives me more points to the right, because that's what it does. And then the left, I'm not going to win, so I'm going to focus on winning these 2 instead. Let's go. That's how we do it. Okay, so Claw gives the location to the right, 6 power. Now the final way I think we can win this is with Iron Man. Iron Man is going to double the power at this location. And I'm going to say end. So the final amount of cubes I can get is 4, because my opponent didn't snap, but I did. Okay, are we going to take it? 68, they got Iron Man too, but it's not enough. Easy clap. So I win 2 locations, and therefore I win. You'll also see the games are really quick, which is really nice, because you can pretty quickly, play a game or 2 if you don't have a lot of time. Now, see, I got 4 cubes, which brought up my rank. So I'm now 1 cube away from going to rank 11. Remember, rank 100 is infinity. And I also got a few boosters. Now, when I reach 50 for this card, I can click here and I can simply upgrade the card. As simple as that. Also, we completed a few missions, so I'm going to redeem everything we just got. Easy peasy. Okay guys, that's basically it. I just wanted to show you what Marvel Snap is all about. Now, again, my advice is to just save up your resources. Every time you win a game and they give you the option to upgrade a card, you pick it, but you don't go into the store and upgrade cards on your own, because it's kind of a waste in my opinion. Unless you're a veteran player and you know more than I do at this point. But yeah, I think you guys should really give this game a try. There's a lot of money going into adverts. You'll see this game being advertised everywhere. There are actual tournaments going on right now, organized by the community, happening place in New York in February. So there's so much potential, and I really want to go all in with this game as my main game for now. Yeah, I hope to see you guys soon. I'm going to be posting some of my decks in the next few days. And let me know what you think about Marvel Snap. I hope to see you later.